Processing multiple selves. What does this imply? This is a video response to a video that I've seen here on YouTube by a person who considers themselves to be a light warrior, a light worker, and they are discussing the point of processing their multiple selves. Now, in relation to multiple selves, you are looking here at the point of mind possession, where the being will create fantasy projected ideas of themselves in relation to them being a spiritual enlightened being, where in the mind they will categorize fantasies of themselves as being some higher transcendent being. So for example, what the being will do is they will categorize themselves according to being a light warrior, being a healer, being somebody who has dimensional abilities, somebody who is able to access some different dimensional realm and do specific things within these things, like for example astral projection, or being able to raise their frequencies, or being able to channel different energies or access other planets and realities. Now, these categorizations of personalities within the being's mind allows the being at any given time to go into the personality that they would prefer to be in any given situation, thus creating the perception idea within the person's mind that they are able to do all of these things, because in your mind you are able to access that personality in any given moment and become that personality, meaning you feel different and your thoughts will be centered around, I am now astral traveling, or I am now vibrating at a higher frequency, or I can now feel the love or the energy coming off something or being projected from me. So each one of these personalities, what you will find is, as the being categorizes it, they will insert into it a specific mindset which contains specific thoughts, which contains specific feelings of how it will feel in that moment to be the light worker or the healer, or the you might find, for example, that some of these light workers will go into attack mode, where they are defending the universe against evil forces and evil people. So on YouTube, for example, they will go onto people's channels and they will attack them for their belief systems, or what the person stands for, or what the person's video contains, because they are now defending the love and the light. So while that personality is being created, the being is impulsing themselves all the time with specific energy that comes up, and then they themselves believe the experience. So now you have believed that you are this light warrior because you've generated these feelings of power within yourself, generated by thoughts of, I am a white light warrior, I come from the 4th star of the 7th dimension of the 24th aligned planets of the Unified Light Workers Association. Whatever the hell it is that the being has read about in books, or for a fleeting moment even glanced at on the internet, the being will absorb that into the mind and then create a personality with all its feelings and reactions around that, and then categorize that and name it. So at any given moment the being will do this. This is called mind possession, where you are at any given moment possessing yourself into and as a specific light worker personality. And then you actually believe and will place comments on your channel and on YouTube that you are able to do these amazing things. But if you go to such a person's channel and you actually look at, if you watch their video, first of all, and you look at the comments that they place on their own channel and even on other people's light worker, light weenie channels, one thing will stand out to you. Everything is about, look at the wording that is being used, the symbology that the being is attempting to display within their words. They will use words like my rainbow aura, and I place armor around myself, and I become enlightened, and I place myself within a higher energy state. Now, if you actually were to sit next to that being while they are typing this, what is it that you will observe about the being? They don't have armor around them. They are not enlightened. They are not vibrating in that moment at any higher frequency. They are still here in the physical, sitting in front of their laptop, in their house, eating food, using transportation, breathing the air. Everything in their house costs money for them to be able to move from that laptop anywhere else in their world. They are participating within the existing world systems. So at no point does the magical aura or armor or enlightened experience of themselves as they've created in the mind actually generate a different enlightened experience, because they are still participating in the exact same system that I'm participating in. They are still moving from point A to point B within the current money system. So nothing changes. This is an internet game that is being played by light workers, where you can basically type anything in your comment to another person, and then the commentary that comes back is, "Whoa, you're so cool, man. Yeah, that's your angels are so cool, and I can feel your energy from here, man. It's cool." And this is how the light workers will edge each other on to create more and more mind possession states, because basically the one will talk about some special armor made of light and energy, and then the next light worker is looking at this comment on YouTube going, "Wow, that's actually pretty freaking cool. I'm gonna do that." And it's all being generated in the mind, and through this generation process you are generating feelings within the physical as a resonant experience of the thoughts that you are participating in, and you are living it into an actual physical experience of yourself. So here you are, you're feeling your body tingling, and now you're perceiving that you are busy vibrating at a higher consciousness. But look at where it's all happening in your mind, and you're reacting and creating reactions in and as yourself as you go into this personality while you are dealing with people. So the tendency also of light workers, I noticed, is to speak of, that once there's an enlightened world and an enlightened society, it'll be quite lovely, because then light workers don't have to hide in their rooms, and they can actually fully live and express themselves if they were to live in urban settings where people and the architecture are enlightened. Now, that is again another form of possession there, because you are living in your mind, where in your mind you are living in the special enlightened urban setting. It is not actually how it works in the world, and you are in no position, due to your level of mind possession, to actually generate such a utopia and such an urban setting for all equally. I mean, you're not a light worker representing what is good in the universe if you are first of all creating a small urban setting for yourself and a few hundred other people. So, I mean, then you are a scared worker, and you are avoiding this entire reality, because you know that you cannot create what is actually practical for all people to live, for all people to have the basic things in life, like a roof over their head, food to eat, transportation, basic education. You know that you cannot do that, because you've somehow created this idea that that's not special enough. That will make you equal to everybody else here in this physical reality, and you don't want that. You want your special urban setting that isn't urban setting for all, where everybody just lives here and expresses in the physical. You want your special bubble for yourself and other light workers. So that is a specific feedback on the mind possession state of enlightened workers. Thank you very much.